CCX Media live on location at the 35th Annual Earle Brown Days Parade. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Kaiser. Thanks for joining us along with Sean Kuykendall, member of the Brooklyn Center Lions. This group is very involved in the parade and this whole event. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
Thanks for having me.
We've got a great parade tonight and we are located at Brooklyn Center High School. You see the tennis courts right behind us here, and as you hear out on the street, the sirens are blaring, and that means it's time for another parade. Sean, we've got 55 units today and a little bit of everything, right?
We've got a lot of different things. We're going to start here with the police, and then we're going to have lots of bands and different community members showboating everything that they have.
Well, this is a great community, and Brooklyn Center is proud to have this festival once again. Lots of activities going on throughout the weekend if you're watching us live, so we'll tell you more about them. As Sean mentioned, leading off the parade, the Brooklyn Center Police Department, they have been blocking off streets here along DuPont and getting us all safe for the action tonight. And right behind, they may have marched over here, Sean, just from down the street. This is the color guard coming from the Palmer Lake VFW, and this is a great community group.
It is. It's been Palmer Lake Community, or VFW has been around since 1965. They've been awarded the All-American Post 6 times by the National VFW.
Located right on the border here between Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center, actually just into Brooklyn Park, but again, a lot of folks from this area go there and also might go there as guests as well. They have a lot going on for the community, so keep your eye on that group. Well, you want fire trucks, folks. We've got fire trucks tonight. We're right across the street as Engine 5 rolls by. You can see right on the opposite side, that's one of the fire stations, so we watched them all lining up a little while ago, and it's not just trucks from Brooklyn Center, but from around the area.
Yeah, you're going to see trucks from the West Metro, Crystal, Robbinsdale. Quite often they help each other out whenever they need assistance.
And part of the fun, obviously, of these parades is it gives the firefighters a chance to get the family members out and about and get inside the engines. How about those young folks right there enjoying a ride?
Yeah, they're going to have lots of memories of hanging out in the fire trucks. It's good times. I can still remember when I was a kid going to the firehouse when it was open house and getting to try on the equipment and play on the trucks.
A neat experience, and again, they're having a good time there. My question is, how many have earplugs on in the truck, right? For those kids sitting there.
Not enough of them.
They might not be able to hear for the next couple hours, but that's all right, it's worth it.
They're going to be all smiles still.
And obviously, as they roll by, you see the variety of trucks that a city has to have, and you see some of Brooklyn Center's best here. Pumper trucks, ladder trucks. This is the big squirt going right in front of you here. No, not the young gal there, but the truck you see up on the extension ladder there called the Big Squirt. And again, they have guests come over, and they've had the grill going behind the fire station here, I've seen. So I think as some of the other stations come, they're treated to a few refreshments and maybe something to eat before the parade, and here they go.
That's right. I'm sure after the parade they'll have a stop there and have a bite to eat too.
Neighboring community Robbinsdale rolling into view here. They've got fire truck number 6 with some of their volunteers as well, proudly displaying that they've been serving their community since 1909. That is quite a track record of service. I don't think the trucks look quite like this, though, in 1909.
No, I don't think so either. Here comes West Metro's newest fire truck, the Tower 1.
Now, I noticed this when I drove up, and I looked over and did the double take thinking, I don't know if I've ever seen a black fire truck.
I don't know if I have either. This is a pretty amazing piece of machinery right here.
And lots of gray cabinets there, so they've got all the goodies hidden inside to protect them from the elements, I would guess, when they're out and about here in the great state of Minnesota. So again, lots of mutual aid. West Metro mainly serving the cities of Crystal and New Hope, but getting out to Brooklyn Center today. And here comes our neighbors to the west, Brooklyn Parks Fire Department. Tower 21 could reach about any tall building here in these two cities. And again, some of the volunteers making their way inside, navigating this parade route, which is a real nice parade route for the trucks and walkers and everyone. This is a straight shot if you know the area. It starts down about 59th and DuPont. They come over the freeway, and then right in front of the high school here, and then they head up to 69th, up towards Evergreen Park, and that is the end of the parade. So great parade route, and we should mention the weather, Sean. We were a little worried today, but it never rains on a parade, right?
That's right. When the rain finally cleared up, there was a lot of smiling faces out here. We got beautiful weather, a little bit of clouds, not much sun, and it's nice and warm.
Yeah, fantastic turnout as we came up to our location here by the high school. There were already people here with chairs and blankets many, many hours ahead of time. And here's part of the fun of each parade is a lot of goodies being handed out. We've got the Brooklyn Center Police Department. There's Monica inside. She is one of the keys. Oh, and they've got some of their friends from Brooklyn Park as well in there on their joint multicultural advisory committee. So Pat inside the truck there. So a lot of cooperation between the cities when it comes to crime prevention and also helping out the youth in the area. Right behind North Memorial, and there are many, many ways that they travel around the area. And how do you like the new colors and the new logo there?
The new branding is quite different than what we're used to, that's for sure. I think it looks very nice.
Pretty sharp. Again, they serve the Northwest area, and they have done that since 1961 with their ambulance service. 17 ambulances that are spread throughout this area. So they, again, offer quality service, and as you see on the side of the truck there, level 1 trauma center. So they are a great asset to the whole area. Well, look at this next vehicle that's coming up here. And the key to this vehicle is that man sitting inside. This is our Grand Marshal for the parade this year, and this is Keith Lester. Oh, and look at that. He's got one of the Put Me on TV fans, so he's hoping to be on TV as much as possible. Tell us a little bit about Keith and what he's meant to the community.
Keith Lester's been a keystone of this community for a long time. He's the former superintendent of Brooklyn Center Schools for many years. He's been the Lions president. He's been a member of the Rotary for many, many years. So very active.
Just about anything that needed to be done in the city of Brooklyn Center, Keith was one of those people that immediately raised his hand and said, I can help. I've got some ideas. And sure enough, he's being recognized tonight, so congratulations. And he's got the Lions shirt on there for us tonight. How about that?
Yes, he is, sporting the Lions shirt.
Right behind our Grand Marshal is a familiar face to the city. That is the mayor of Brooklyn Center, Mayor Tim Wilson.
Yeah, Mayor Tim Wilson's on his 3rd term already. He's going to be mayor through 2018. He's led many projects throughout the community, significant crime reduction, strengthening our community. He says our city's future looks bright.
He certainly has done a lot for the area, and he has been a great spokesperson for the city and some of the things that are going on as far as new development, Top Golf and some of the things that are coming to town, and obviously the whole new Shingle Creek Crossings area. A big mission of the mayor and of the city council. Again, Sean Kuykendall, Dave Kaiser with you here in Brooklyn Center. We're at a little bit of a lull here in the early parts of the parade, but as Keith was showing us, one of the fun things that we've been doing is the Put Me on TV campaign, and so we hand out these neat little fans and ask people to send in their pictures of what they look like here at the parade, and so these are hot off the press, Sean. Just a couple minutes ago, everybody snapping their photos here. Oh, and he was trying to win prizes there. You see he got his tickets in the picture as well. So these are folks up and down DuPont here in the city of Brooklyn Center that wanted to be on TV as well tonight. And we'll be picking some of these lucky folks to be our prize pack. Oh, there we go. The dog even takes a selfie. I got
a feeling there's going to be a lot of people excited to get their picture on TV.
Yes, so they're seeing themselves. And again, some probably streaming us live on their phones here can see as they pop on the air. But a great, oh, there we go. The shout out to Grandpa. that counts too. That counts as a Put Me on TV. We'll take it there. And some big groups, small groups here, all ages. And the neat part about this parade as well, Sean, is a lot of it's through the neighborhoods here in Brooklyn Center. So people can just pull right out of their front door, sit in the lawn, and away you go.
Yeah, that's always been one of my favorite parts about this parade route is you see the streets filled, people standing in their yards, having get-togethers, and people set their chairs out early in the afternoon because they've got their favorite spot they come to every year.
And some of these folks that you see here were involved in the prize drawing a moment ago. So I think we've got some lucky winners over there. The young man here on the left won as the girl on the right drew the ticket. So she was very surprised that her friend had won the prize, but she's drinking out of the water bottle. So that's good to see. And some of these folks that are in our area are band families. And so what happens at a lot of these parades as you look down the street, and my guess would be that's a little bit of the holdup here, is we've got a marching band, our first band that is going over the way, is these band people travel in packs, don't they?
Oh, yes. The bands usually travel with many, many people. Sometimes hundreds of kids travel with their band and spend the entire summer practicing and going around the country performing.
Yep, it's a fun thing to see. And so what happens is as the kids are in the band, all the family members come along and get to see some different communities throughout the state, maybe win a few prizes as they did tonight here, and then again enjoy the bands as they come down the street. So again, we're in the city of Brooklyn Center celebrating Earle Brown Days, and the parade is just the kickoff to this event. Tell us a little bit about some of the other things going on, and maybe where are the hubs of activities that people might know if they're watching us live and might want to get out there.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to kick off after the parade tonight. Tomorrow we'll kick off at Centerbrook Golf Course, where they'll have events throughout the day, tea times, special deals. You get an opportunity to try new fling golf.
Yes.
It's all the craze. Many people are enjoying fling golf. If you're not someone that's a traditional golfer, it's something to try. And then on Saturday, most of our events will be at Centennial Park.
Okay.
Throughout the morning, starting right away. In the afternoon for the most part, we have fun things for the kids, for the adults. We have inflatables, obstacle course, art activities. There's going to be a game truck this year, which I believe is the first time it's coming. It's a big truck full of video games for kids to play.
Oh my goodness, that might be just a little bit popular for people.
They have the opportunity to go inside the truck, outside the truck. There's lots of different games they can play. I got a feeling it's going to be very popular.
I think so as well. And then there's some activities for the youth as well. So they're getting that older age group very involved, and some of the things they can do is some games as well. But they also have the soccer balls. And this is not normal soccer. This is the inflatable soccer. Do they have the official name of what they call it?
Bubble soccer.
Bubble, there we go. Bubble soccer.
It's going to be happening from 5 to 8, and if you've never tried it, it's very fun. You put your body inside of a giant bubble where you're nice and safe, and there's a soccer ball, and you're going to try to kick it and score, but usually what happens is there's a lot of people running into each other, a lot of falling down, a lot of laughing. It's a really good time.
So this is a contact sport. But again, you're protected by the bubble, so it's not as bad as you might think.
No, it's very safe, actually. It looks way worse than it is, but everyone is bouncing all over the place, and you can get as many people as you can in there. They'll have teams, and people will really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a fun event. Again, Centennial Park, the place to be. That's just off Shingle Creek Parkway, right behind the City Hall complex there. Pretty close to Target and the library as well. So that's the area you want to head if you want to enjoy some of those activities. All right, looking down the street, we do have a band that has traveled a long way. No, not just down the street to get to us, but a long way even to get to us here. This is the Virginia Marching Band, and yes, from Virginia, Minnesota. And as they get ready to come a little closer and we can hear their music, tell us a little bit about this band.
The Virginia Marching Blues have a long tradition in their small northern town of Virginia, Minnesota, home of the Blue Devils. The Marching Blues are composed of music students in grades 7 through 12. The marching band participates in 8 local parades through July 4th and a homecoming show in the fall. The Marching Blues are under the direction of Josh Biles.
And the judging area, these bands are being judged in tonight's parade as the youngsters get ready to enjoy the first band of the night here. The judging area is about 4 blocks ahead of us here, so about 61st, right, is where they do that. And so that's why the bands take a little more time coming over that hill, because they know right after the hill, the judges are there and they're going to make sure the lines are straight and everything is in order. So it's a pleasure for us to hear these bands as well. And again, something that's a little bit of a disappearing thing at schools, but it's good to see some of these that really have a big commitment to marching bands.
Yeah, we're going to see some fairly big bands tonight. We have Buffalo's going to be here, Virginia's here, Champlain Park's here. All have very strong band programs still.
All right, so get your judging hat on there at home, and we're going to listen in for a minute here and see what the Virginia Marching Band has to offer. And again, this is probably one of their many, many opportunities to be out and about at parades and different activities throughout the summer. Drum major working his way up the street there. Rifle Corps, Flag Corps. And our plan of attack is that the drum major and majorette are going to turn around here and get that band ramped up for us here, and we'll see what they have to offer tonight. And a big, big band, as you mentioned, Sean. This is a big group that probably took 3-4 busfuls to get down here to us.
I'm sure they're very excited to get out and about and show off all the things they've done this year.
The xylophone player's getting the spotlight here early and the drum cadence. And we do our best each parade to try to sit at that spot and have the signs up to alert the band when they can play. All right, we're seeing here. The whistle's always a very good sound here. All right, let's sit back and enjoy the Virginia Marching Band. Big hand from the crowd for the Virginia Marching Blues. All right, we're thinking of the song here. You got it, Sean? All right, tell us the song.
Yeah, I like it when the bands do something more contemporary. So
Yeah.
they played a little Fall Out Boy for us this
There
time.
you go. Wow, you knew the whole time. And here I'm struggling to try to figure this out. More about the band in a second, but let's look out on the street. We've got some of the council members coming through. There is Council Member Dan Ryan.
Yeah, Dan Ryan, he's another Lions Club member. He is a 40-year resident of Brooklyn Center. He's been active in the community for many years. He's going on, oh my goodness, I'm not even sure how many terms he's been doing this now. He's been doing it a while. Mm-hmm. And then right behind him, we have Council Member Marquita Butler, who is fairly new council member. This is her first term. And she is also a proud Centaur, Brooklyn Center graduate.
And in between the two there, we had the golf cart with Reggie and Angel from the city of Brooklyn Center, giving out some fans from the city. And there's Reggie right there, working hard in the golf cart. I think he's been over to Centerbrook and borrowed the cart for the afternoon here. And how about this truck? Now, this one has a little history to it. No, not just to the people in the truck, but the truck itself. Tell us about the group we see right now.
Here's the Brooklyn Center Lions. They're riding on our 1928 Model A fire truck. And that fire truck is owned by the club, and it has been since 1970. That's our parade truck. We bring it to every parade.
It is a beauty. Tom Shinnick there, proudly behind the wheel, rolling that thing along. And if you're ready for royalty, we're ready for our friends from Coon Rapids, bringing in a little winter to our parade. They celebrate Snowflake Days each year, and gotta love the raccoon there, dancing along. So as you might guess, their celebration is at a little different time of the year than ours. Is that usually February? I'm trying to recall
yeah, it's
what
right
that
around
is.
there. They have a winter theme.
Yeah, first couple weeks of February each year. So if you want to head across the river, you can join in on some of the fun at Coon Rapids Snowflake Days. Junior and senior royalty there. Thanks for joining us. Right behind, look at all these healthy people. They're so healthy because they're part of the Brookdale Park Nicollet Clinic. We thank them for joining us tonight, and they've got all sorts of goodies. What are we seeing here on the street? She's into the dance mode and promoting flossing your teeth there. Thus the big tooth. Where'd that tooth go? He's out. Oh, there. He's right after the raccoon, hustling along. There's the tooth dancing away.
He is out there dancing away.
I might need that toothbrush there to get some of those back teeth. There's a familiar face to all of us. There's Mike Johnson, our news director, news anchor, and he's been promoting, putting me on TV as well, but he's on TV all the time, so this is an extra treat to be out in a parade. Sonia Goings on the opposite side, one of our reporters, is there ready to go as well. She tells a lot of stories of what's happening here in Brooklyn Center and the surrounding communities, and that one of our live trucks. Oh, there we go. We're going to hand them off to Sharon, one of our volunteers, who's going to hand out more fans. Perfect. We're going to get more people on TV. So CCX Media, again, changed the name, but still the great programming you knew before as Channel 12. CCXmedia.org, the place to find out about news, sports, events, also our city's programming, and your opportunity to create your own programming. So CCXmedia.org, find out more about that. All right, here's a fun job. It's the off season, and when these aren't riding kids around, they're usually in parades promoting needing more drivers.
Always looking for drivers. Here's American Student Transportation. This is a job that's great for single parents, anybody that needs an extra job. They work around hours quite often. You usually work mornings, afternoons, and a $1,500 signing bonus is always good.
That would be all right, wouldn't it? And that has to be one of the cleanest buses I've ever seen. That one may have just come off the assembly line there. That is looking... Couple months? Okay, we get the experts here with the bus company tell a couple years old on that bus right there. It looks new.
They take care of it pretty well.
Yep, so great opportunity to get out and about and serve the community by being a bus driver. So we're again about 15 units into the parade, got a total of 55 tonight here in the city of Brooklyn Center. Again, Dave Kaiser and Sean Kuykendall having our fun here right by Brooklyn Center Senior High School. Turned out to be a perfect night for a parade. And again, we've got a lot in store for people tonight. We've had one marching band through from Virginia. And as you hear in the background, band number 2 ready to join us. Tell us about this group. Where are they from?
We have the St. Michael Albertville Marching Knights. They are proud to perform St. Louis Blues this year. They are the Marching Knights. They'll be performing in the 2017 America's Birthday Parade in St. Louis, Missouri on July 1st.
Well, that sounds like a fun trip, and as they come into view here, you see what people have been busy doing along the streets here in Brooklyn Center. They want to be on TV just like Mike Johnson and Sonia were a minute ago. And there's some of our volunteers back at the Create Studio getting on TV. So again, we encourage people to send in those pictures and get on TV with us tonight here. Back out to the street, here they come. The next marching band tonight is the St. Michael Albertville Marching Knights, as Sean said. Let's listen in and see what they have in store for us tonight.
And that was the St. Michael Albertville Marching Knights performing St. Louis Blues.
Wonderful job there. Tough test for the trumpet players during that one. They were featured definitely, a lot of heel-toe marching as they went along, some very tight maneuvers. Very nice job there, and different pacing, fast, slow. So congratulations to the Marching Knights. Great job again tonight. Citywide service towing of Brooklyn Park is in the parade, showing off one of their vehicles, but also passing along a very important message that's part of MAD. Tell us a little about this group and what they are showing us tonight. One of the vehicles, I think we have seen this in many parades over the years,
yep.
Ramsey County Sheriff officer killed as part of a drunk driving accident. So again, a stark reminder there to be safe out on the roads and do not drink and drive. Hennepin County is interested in keeping you healthy. They've got their child and teen checkup program. They've got some volunteers marching out in the street there with their banner. And oh, look at these guys. They're excited to be part of the fun here.
Yeah, Hennepin County Child and Teen Checkup Program is here to help families with children and young adults find medical, dental, and community services. They're here to help. If you need any assistance, call today.
And Sean, they're taking me back a few years with their handout, Snap bracelets. I didn't know those were still around.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with Snap bracelets.
Yeah.
Kids still love them. I still love to play with them when I see them.
They've got one right there. Let's see if they figured it out. All right, they slapped it on there. They are good to go. Well, here's a great group that serves not only the Brooklyn Center area, but the entire county. This is Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, and some of the ways they are out and serving is if there's anything along the Mississippi here in Brooklyn Center that occurs, you might see this boat out there helping people out.
Yeah, or on Lake Minnetonka.
Sure.
The Hennepin County Sheriff Office utilizes unpaid volunteers to assist with daily support services. Between the Special Duty Unit and the Explorer Post, the Sheriff's Office has over 100 operational volunteers with over 25,000 hours of service in the community last year alone.
Well, we certainly thank them for being here tonight and for the service they provide. How about this? Big Picture Twin Cities. It is a new school that is coming to the area. In fact, we're doing a story on CCX Media about Cross of Glory Lutheran, and I believe that's going to be their new home, 5929 Brooklyn Boulevard. So they're promoting the school and getting more people interested and maybe signing up. We'll tell you a little bit more about their group in just a second, but closely behind is the Columbia Heights School, and they've got their Drumline here. So let's listen into the drummers here for a few moments. Decide, hey, let's go with it. All right, we're going to get back to the big picture in just a second, but these folks are working really hard here. This is Curves Brooklyn Center, and I'm not sure if the car's really going by itself, but we're going to go with it's not going, and they're pulling and pushing it.
That's right, they're making it work. So Curves is celebrating its 15th year in Brooklyn Center this year. It's a facility specifically designed for women that features a complete 30-minute workout that is fun, fast, and safe.
And you can see the fun they have there, and now the car seems to be going a little bit more on its own, so maybe every so often the car kicks in a little bit. Right behind some very active teens here in the area, this is Rec on the Go. It is a Brooklyn Center recreation program, and the key to this is that truck you see right there, filled with goodies that they can take out to parks, apartment complexes. Basically, they take recreation on the go out to where the youth are and have the fun.
That's right. They'll travel to 7 different parks every week within the Brooklyn Center area where they're going to have sports, arts, crafts, activities, and they also provide free meals to kids that show up that are 18 and younger.
They are a great group, and we thank them for being with us, and you'll see them in local parks, no doubt. Again, in Brooklyn Center, right off of DuPont here by the high school, that's where the parade is each and every year. And right there you see that ever popular Duncan the Dolphin, mascot for the Brooklyn Center swimming pool. And that explains the guys here without the shirts on. Okay, I'm figuring it out here.
There we go. They look like fish out of water.
That's right.
They've
They've got that grin on their face like they really talked me into this, but they're doing a fine job. These are some of the lifeguards over at the pool, and that is one quality pool they have here in the city of Brooklyn Center. Inside, so it doesn't matter the time of the year, they have great aquatics programs, so you can go there and learn how to swim as well. Right behind, we've got some
It's a 1942 Willys Jeep.
How about that?
This Jeep has been restored from the ground up. It's a frame-off restoration, very nice.
And this is part of the American Legion Post 630 right here in Brooklyn Center. And you see one of their dignitaries rolling through here in the parade. We thank them for joining us. And also a big thank you to Luther Brookdale as they have provided a lot of these vehicles. That's Linda there on the first truck. And another one of their reps pulling up right here behind. American flags about every spot you could put it on that convertible there. And again, Post 630 encourages you to check out a little bit more about what they do here in the Brooklyn Center area.
Yeah, they were chartered in 1948 and have been actively supporting the community and local schools for 67 years.
All right, so we've got to start discussing the best way to go through a parade, and we've seen some earlier. You could go through as a raccoon from Coon Rapids. You could go through as a tooth, but you also could go through as a slice of pizza. So that's what we've got in front of us today, and I bet this is Devani's, right? There's the big fire truck. Okay, I'm proven right. It is Devani's here. Was guessing on the slice of pizza alone and wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, Devani's been serving the community since 1975, and they've had a home in Brooklyn Center for I don't even know how long, ever since I've been here.
Yeah, a long time.
It's one of our favorite places to go for hot hoagies and pizza.
And they, again, are a big community supporter, and they are making people very happy on the side of the street here. Looks like we've got Frisbees going out. We've got sunglasses.
Got coupons.
Yeah, of course. Why not a free pizza or a couple bucks off something here? So thanks to Devani's for joining us tonight. You see the red shirts there. They are out in mass. Speaking of being out in mass, Sean, I think we're in for a treat here. This is The Herd. You mentioned it earlier. This is the band from Buffalo High School, and they are one of the fine bands here in the state of Minnesota and certainly in the Northwest area. So made the little trip over to catch up to us here, and it looks like they're getting into formation to be ready to go. This is their 30th season of parade competition, and they, again, pride themselves in some quality marching and music. Let's listen in. We'll tell you a little bit more in a second. This is the Buffalo High School Marching Herd.
And that was the Buffalo Herd Marching Band. They perform all over the country. This summer, they're going to go all the way to Traverse City, Michigan, and Chicago, Illinois to perform.
That Traverse City is one of the big competitions in the summertime for these bands, so I'm sure they'll do very well. Right behind, you see some interesting-looking folks in costume. We'll tell you about them in a second. Again, the marching herd. How about the gymnastics in the middle of the band routine as well?
Yeah,
that young lady was flipping down the street there. Great job by the woodwinds at the start and the brass at the end, and some wonderful dynamics in the performance there, and some very clean marching. Congratulations to the herd. This, of course, is the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. They have their fun and excitement down Shakopee, right? Is that stretch of the area?
They are through August and September. Through the September 29th. Gates are open 9 to 7, rain or shine.
Fun event. And speaking of fun events, how about Brooklyn Center football? I understand you know a little bit about this gang here, a little bit of rebirth in the program, right?
That's right. This year they hired a Brooklyn Center alumni, John Licciardi, who was coaching at Osseo when they won a state championship. And he's come back home, and he's going to be the head football coach this year.
Out on the street trying to look around the sun there. Some of our friends from the Rotary Club of Brooklyn Center. That is a very active group. A lot of programs they do not only here in the community but also throughout the world. So thanks to the Rotary for all of their hard work and dedication to the community. Right behind you see some very sporty looking people. Look at the size of this crew. This is Brooklyn Center baseball, right? The Little League.
We got the Little League. They were established in 1958. In the past couple years, they've combined the American League and the National League to play together. They are known for their burger night.
All right, that sounds good.
So head up to the fields on, I believe it's Thursdays, is burger night.
Okay. So I haven't missed it completely yet. Maybe missed a few. But look at all the different sizes and ages there. And all the different uniforms. Those kids are proud. I think that's the only thing many of these kids wear during the summer is
that's right.
Get up in the morning, put on the jersey, out you go, ready for action there.
And they're always looking for kids between the ages of 4 and 12, boys and girls, to play baseball.
And some great facilities here in the area. bcllmn.org to find out more about ways to get your youngsters involved in Little League here in the area. All right, how about some Girl Scouts coming into view? Well, I take that back. Hold on a second here. We're checking. I saw some of the green coming up here. I'm going to bet New Horizon, right? Let's go with New Horizon here for a second. This group is sneaking in the middle there. Unless they are volunteers to Ark Value Village. So we're kind of covering all our bases, John, just in case here. I see a New Horizon bus coming up behind, so we're going there, part of Ark Value Village, which, what a great place that is here in the city, just off of Brooklyn Boulevard, about 63rd there. Great place to stop by and
it's a great place
donate and explore.
That's right. They have a great selection of Halloween costumes. If you're ever looking for something during the Halloween time, come October, and you're not sure what you want to be, they have lots of great costumes.
Sounds like you speak from experience, Sean.
I've been there many times.
Right.
It's a great store, great people.
All right, so look for Sean in October at Ark Value Village here in the city of Brooklyn Center. And again, if you've got some spring, summer cleaning you're doing and maybe some items to donate, they would love to take them there, and they put those to a great cause and helps them fund some of the great programs they have at Ark Value Village. Here's New Horizons. They are in with the bus, talking about some of the child care they do throughout the area.
Yeah, they're a family-owned local early childhood program. New Horizon Academy cares for and educates children ages 6 weeks through 4th grade. They offer full-time and part-time care for all ages.
And it looks like they've got Camp Discovery program. That might be something going on this summer, maybe throughout the year. And who knows, maybe that little one in the wagon there might be a part of that fun. There she is. She's looking at that camera wondering, why is that camera so close to me and following me? I don't think she's going to say anything, though. I think we got her tongue there on that one. Either she's so excited about following the bus, or she's been a little bit wanting to get ahead of these guys right behind. She's looking around at that clown in the car there. This, of course, the Aqua Jesters, a fixture in parades here in Minnesota.
Yeah, Aqua Jesters have been entertaining kids and adults for 70 years. It says, laughter must enhance longevity. They don't look like they're that old. It's a volunteer club consisting of men and women of all ages who make appearances at parades, hospitals, nonprofit events throughout the year. They're always looking for new recruits if you're interested.
That does look like fun. I'll admit it. That would be fun to drive the Jeep or drive that little car around. We've got our guy up the street there that's, for some reason, got a paint can and a paintbrush, and I'm not sure what the gag is this year, but everyone, as he walks up, dives away from him to not be involved in that fun.
I think he's out painting the town.
There you go. Very good. All right, Brooklyn Park Lions Drum and Dance Corps. Talk about exciting groups. This group really does have it going here. You've got some of the dancers up front here, the drums behind, and we have learned over the years you really do not try to talk when they're in front of you. So let's listen in and watch and enjoy the Brooklyn Park Drum and Dance Corps. You just look to the director in that group and you can see where the energy comes from. That is the Brooklyn Park Drum and Dance Corps. And they're kicking into full gear in the dance routine, and they do have that big vehicle as well because they not only travel to local parades, but they've done quite a bit of traveling and really quite a ambassador for the city of Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center in this whole area. So congratulations to the group there, the directors, for doing another fine job this year. Right behind, we have a big truck you might see traveling around the area, and you recognize those 4 letters on the truck, C-E-A-P. We know it as CEAP, and you know it as, all right, the long version
is the Community Emergency Assistance Program. So this has been a program that's been in Brooklyn Center for many, many years. They help families that need financial stability and help with food, and they help with clothing when families are in need. They serve 130 to 140 hot meals to homebound seniors also, and people with disabilities. This work is possible thanks to people in our community who care about their neighbors. You can join in by going to CEAP.org and signing up to volunteer. They are always looking for volunteers.
And some of their big emphasis. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, we got the healthy raisins. I was going to mention a big emphasis now is healthy food. So some of the things they now have are recipes.
Yep.
So again, they help people figure out healthy ways to cook things. And again, some great programs in the area. They also do a lot with Meals on Wheels and some of the programs that take meals out to people, so you can get involved. As they get the truck loaded there, they needed more things to give away. They're giving away so much here in Brooklyn Center. Back to that big picture Twin Cities, we mentioned we would say a little bit more. They, again, are coming to the city of Brooklyn Center. Their school centered on personalizing learning for each student with only 15 students per teacher. And again, they'll be coming this year to the Church, Cross of Glory Lutheran along Brooklyn Boulevard. So be looking for them. I'm sure you'll see those signs around the area. All right, another school bus making its way in. This one not promoting drivers, but promoting Healthy Resource Center.
Yeah, this is the Brooklyn Center Community Schools Services, and they serve students in pre-K through 12 as a full-time service community school. The district provides an integrated focus on academics, health and social services, youth and community development.
Always some amazing programs going on at the schools that if you look at the surface you don't know about, but we get a chance to tell you a little bit more, and they would love you to contact them to find out more about it. That dog is having a great time riding along the parade route here, and all Lego lovers, look at this. They've got the Lego guys ready to go, Ignite Challenge, and this is all part of educating the toddlers. This is St. Alphonsus School, okay.
Yep, they're located in Brooklyn Center and proudly educate students in preschool through 8th grade. St. Al's is committed to honoring all with dignity and compassion, empowering leadership through service, and igniting the spiritual life of all students.
School with a great history and great education, as well as some great athletic programs as well. I had a chance to referee some of their sporting events throughout the year, and just a great group, great parents to be involved with. And they apparently love Legos at the school, kids. So if you like building huge Lego people, that might be the place to stop and figure out a little bit more.
And they're handing out ices, so everyone's going to love them.
Oh, all right. That is a hit tonight. Right behind, look at this nice vehicle we've got coming up here. All right, we're going to test you here. I'm going Cadillac, right? That's one of those old,
that is an old
really
Cadillac.
Stretched out Cadillacs.
Yep. That is definitely a Cadillac. This is the Brooklyn Center Business Association. The Brooklyn Center Business Association has been in existence since 2005 and is an all-voluntary organization of businesses, community representatives, and residents who have joined together for the purpose of promoting civic, commercial, and economic development in our community. This year, Brett Hildreth from Coldwell Banker Burnett. He currently sits on the BCBA board and directors and helps on their program committee.
Yeah, great group in the area, and again, a number of the Brooklyn Center businesses, many of them the small to medium size, are part of that group, and it's just a way they can band together and give back to the community. So we thank them for their involvement in the parade and the community throughout the year. All right, speaking of the community, you're going to see them right here in pictures. This is part of our CCX Media Put Me on TV campaign. So we are watching the parade on the street, but now we get a chance to look the other way and see the people that are watching the parade. So these folks have been busy taking selfies. Oh, that one wasn't too happy with the picture there. There's a good-looking couple ready for the parade, and some of our volunteers that help out back at our CCX Create studio. But again, people along the parade route taking some pictures of themselves, sending it in to be on the parade here, and we do this at all our parades. So look for us in Robbinsdale in early July, and also in the city of Maple Grove in early July for those two parades, and we'll have more Put Me on TV opportunities. How about this group? She got all dressed up to be on TV tonight, has her umbrella. It was a little hot out here, which we were a little worried about, but you see a few umbrellas, but not too many. I think most people were figuring this rain. Oh, that one's eating the sign there, all right. So I didn't know those fans tasted so well.
They're
but
very versatile.
Yeah, they're chomping away at those. So again, a lot of people along the parade route here tonight. You get a flavor of some of the people that have joined us tonight to enjoy this parade. Back out on the street, we are at unit approximately 40-45 in the parade. And that means we've got about another 10 to 15 to go here. You look out on the street, right across the street from us, the Brooklyn Center Fire Department. We saw them, about 45 minutes ago as they let off the parade. But now we're back to another marching band coming, so that's a little bit of the hold up here. We'll get a band into view, and this is one of the real treats of the parade as well, as the Champlain Park Marching Band, I believe, is the next coming our way. And there's that message to Grandpa. So Grandpa, we hope you saw that and know that your young ones are thinking of you even here at the parade. Big groups, little groups joining us to be put on TV tonight. And yes, if you sat on what would that be, the east side of the street, I guess that would be. You've been looking into the sun all night, so I think those fans doubled as a fan and also as a shield for the eyes tonight. And again, a lot of the people around us here, you're seeing some in the pictures, a lot of the band families, and so they have been cheering different bands as they come by, and you even see some from some of the other schools taking pictures of the other bands to compare notes. I'm sure that happens. So now coming into view, this is the Champlain Park High School Marching Rebels. Sean, tell us a little bit about this great group.
Yeah, the Marching Rebels consist of 85 dedicated musicians who pride themselves in being highly active in many summer and fall marching venues. Over the last 25 years, the band has performed and competed across the country in parades as well as field competitions. And last December, the Marching Rebels made an appearance in the 2016 Liberty Bowl, and they won the grand champion in both parade and field competition.
They are fantastic. Here they go. Let's listen to the Champlain Park Marching Rebels.
And that was the Champlain Park Marching Rebels. This year's performance is titled Kai Lee.
Wonderful job there. They're all dressed in black, but you look over and you see all the parents dressed in green. That would be the crew that's following the band, and it was funny as they started out their performance. I think I counted at least a couple dozen cell phones, tablets up, recording the whole thing. So they'll be reviewing it on the way home or tonight at home, and hopefully watching it here on CCX Media as well. But some fantastic choreography as their big trailer rolls by us here, and the amount of dancing within the show tonight, not just the flags and the rifles, but every band member had a few good steps going there, and some dramatic pauses through the middle of the performance. And then how about those saxophones? You don't normally hear the saxophones get that much featured airtime, but they did tonight. Champlain Park Marching Rebels, look for them in other parades. And again, as Sean mentioned, they're going to be busy throughout the summer here at many, many other places. Allen Property Services Incorporated, proud Brooklyn Center business here.
And they're celebrating their 30th year in business, providing residential and business landscaping.
So if that grass is looking a little poor, they can bring out some of these vehicles to help you out there. Get that nice clean cut, or if you got something to scoop up there a little bit, how about the little bobcat there ready for action?
They're always looking for youth that need employment.
There you go, great summer job.
That's right, if you have a teenager that needs a job, they're always looking for people to help out.
All right, a couple of very colorful groups coming into view here. The first is the American Cancer Society. They have a big Relay for Life event each year, and that is coming up in the Brooklyn Center on July 28th. So they've got some of their volunteers there promoting that, and a great way for people to get involved and remember some people that have passed away or struggled because of cancer.
Yeah, they'll be at the Brooklyn Center High School on July 28th from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Don't need to say much about the yellow and the sound here. You know, it's Huey's Lucky Lion Dance Team.
Yeah, they've been located in Brooklyn Center for many, many years. They've been marching in the Minnesota State Fair Parade for 30-plus years. And they also line dance at the Mall of America.
And looks like they've got the one, I'm gonna go dragon for fear of saying the wrong thing. Out front, they're working away. Looks like they've got another one in the van behind, getting a little rest here partway through the parade. But they've got the beat going there on the drum, and again, they are a staple in parades throughout the area. Right behind Unlimited and Next Level, this is a drill and dance performance team out of Minneapolis. Stephen Graham is the director of this group. And this seems to be a growing way, Sean, for getting young people engaged and out and about during the summer months.
Yeah, when you see these kids too, it's hard to find one that's not smiling and having a great time.
I agree.
They get out, they have lots of activity, they get to dance, and they love it.
And as you might guess, all ages involved here. They've got the very colorful shirts on. A few of them taking me back here to parades and bands from like the 1970s and 80s. Look at those boots with the big tassels on the front.
You don't see those very often anymore.
No, I wonder if they are actually that old or if someone does make them now. And it looks like boys and girls involved in both parts, the dancing and the drumming.
Yeah, and they're going to travel all over the country this year also and entertain people all over the place.
But again, that drum crew really feeling the beat there and having a great time tonight. Again, that is the Next Level group. And if you're interested, you can find out more. Unlimited Next Level Drum and Dance. Three Rivers Park District is a great partner here to the Northwest area, and they are taking opportunity to have more of their activities right here in the Brooklyn Center area. And part of that is this vehicle right here that comes out and opens their doors and has all sorts of fun things inside.
Yeah, Three Rivers Park Districts is here to promote environmental stewardship through recreation and education. And they have miles and miles of trails if you want to ride your bike or just take a walk. And one new service that I really like this year is they are renting kayaks on the Mississippi River.
Right. I think I've got a certificate to do that sometime, so I'm really looking forward to it.
You should do it. I have a couple kayaks of my own, and my daughter and I actually kayak the Mississippi right along Brooklyn Center banks quite often.
Oh,
it's
fun.
Very nice.
All right, I'm going to be out there. All right, we've got a couple groups squeezing together here. Right behind the Three Rivers there, you see Representative Debbie Hillstrom. And also right next to her, Senator Chris Eaton. There's Chris in the red shirt on the left-hand side of your screen. Deborah, again, served this area for quite some time, as has Chris. And they had a busy session down at the Capitol and now back in town, shaking some hands. Wells Fargo as well, right behind. They are clad in their red clothes, as you will see them as you head into the bank. Proud business partner here in the area, just off of Brooklyn Boulevard. And they've got all sorts of goodies they're handing out of that wagon there. And there are the guys. Look at, he even kept the tie on. He probably left the teller window and came right to us here with the tie on to be a part of the parade. Thanks to Wells Fargo for coming out tonight. Right behind, more red. And this is the red you see at Cub Foods.
Yeah, Cub Foods has been a member of our community for many years, providing groceries, and they also help the community quite a bit too, whether it's with their brat wagon, their Coke wagon out front, supporting either the Lions or the Rotary or local churches or Boy Scout groups.
And look at those volunteers there. They're busy. They're sneaking up to the back of the vehicle there to unload all of some shelf at Cub Foods that's now out here on the parade route. And again, they've got the Brookdale location right along Brooklyn Boulevard. Hey, who's that good-looking guy right there? Thank you, Steve. All right, right in front of us here, you see the golf cart. That fresh over from Centerbrook Golf Course. Steve Mikowski, the key man behind it. And, of course, all right, Sean, here's the test. Why does Steve Mikowski have skeletons on his golf carts?
I do not know.
All right. I do know the answer through a few stories. He, I think, is as nuts about Halloween as Ark Valley Village, who we talked about earlier. So he has a great Halloween event that happens at the golf course each year, and you will see these skeletons throughout the clubhouse, and they're sitting out on some of the golf holes, and Steve has fun with golf. So we mentioned earlier, if you're watching us live, Saturday is the day to head over to the golf course and join in on some of the fun. Friday, thank you very much. Friday is that day, and so Steve will be there with all of his tricks up his sleeve, but great opportunities for families to get out and golf. And you mentioned Fling Golf, which is something new they have for a couple of years there. I tried it out once, and all right, here's my Fling Golf tip. You feel like you want to throw it down there, right? You're practicing your fling golf for us too there? All right, you feel like you want to fling it and throw it down, but not the case. Let that thing go up into the air, throw it up, and let it. So if you want to try fling golf, go see Steve at Centerbrook Golf Course. Great opportunity, and they're a great community partner here, and kind of a little hidden gem off of Highway 100 there, but head over to the golf course, and he threw out some good things here as well for us.
It's a nice little 9-hole par 3 golf course.
He advertises it as you can get around like during your lunch hour.
Yes.
So if you have a semi-long lunch hour, head out there and hit the course.
Or if you just want to head out late evening, you can get around him before it gets dark.
That's right. Or all go by sometimes early in the morning, 6:30. People golfing on the golf course there.
Yes.
Well, as you look back out on the street, you see the street sweeper and the police, and that means it's time to wrap up another Earle Brown Days parade. Again, Sean, a fantastic parade. 35 years they've been doing this, and they still know how to do it right here in Brooklyn Center, don't they?
Yes, they do. We get lots of community members to come out, and they have a great time. Line the streets. It's pretty awesome. Lions
Club, again, thank you for your help in this event. And again, you encourage people to get some snacks on Saturday at Centennial Park.
Centennial Park, between the times of 3 and the fireworks, which will be probably around 10 o'clock.
Right.
There'll be lots of activities for the kids, adults, teenagers, lots of new stuff. You can get out and try the new bubble soccer.
Bubble soccer,
from
yes.
5 to 8 on Saturday, right at Centennial Park.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And again, the Lions, great partners to the community, so we should be looking for breakfasts happening throughout the year and other events, right?
That's right. You can find us at a waffle breakfast or a pancake breakfast, or just out and about helping the Little League or the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, or local churches.
Well, hats off to the Lions Club. Thank you for your time, for helping us out today, and for all you guys do in the community.
Thank you.
Back out on the street again, they're wrapping it up here, and you look at the number of people that came out tonight. This is a grand kickoff to Earle Brown Days. people everywhere up and down DuPont Avenue, and it's been a wonderful night tonight. A big thank you to the CCX Media crew, and again, thanks to all the people that got on TV, not just you and I, Sean. We tried to stay off TV as much as possible, but again, a lot of people taking pictures along their route, and we thank them for being a part of it. You see some of the, again, right here. These are people that were out here with us tonight to enjoy this parade, and we thank you for joining us here on CCX Media. For Sean Kuykendall, I'm Dave Kaiser. Thanks for enjoying the parade. We hope to see you at other parades right here throughout the summer on CCX Media. Have a great night.